Exterior metal railing, 5-star coatings, and armor chrome. Time to meet the 185-pound MMA fighters first. Fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner for the Pacific Warriors in Pueblo, Colorado. Please make welcome William Duran. And now, fighting out of the Farmers Insurance Thomas Swenson blue corner from DCO MMA in Denver, Colorado, BrandonTaylor. This 185-pound MMA bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Referee is Curtis Thrasher.
We have concluded the kickboxing portion of the card. It's on to MMA with this 185-pound fight featuring William Duran wearing the black and yellow trunks. He represents the Pueblo-based team Pacific Warriors, facing off against BrandonTaylor. Mr. Taylor representing DCO MMA, and he is wearing the white trunks. Referee Curtis Thrasher, third in the cage to control the action. Cage doors locked. Here we go, MMA, 185 pounds. And Duran looked to put a stamp on this fight early, and Taylor ready to answer.
Duran starting off quick for sure.
Beautiful hip bump by Taylor to get himself off the cage. Just unseated Duran just momentarily enough to mess up his footwork.
Tangling against the cage, both guys. But Taylor doing a nice job of landing a right hand, and Duran counters with a hard right hand.
And this is an absolutely grueling position. You can empty your gas tank pretty quick. Cage fighting here.
Easy for you to say, buddy.
And a knee right up the middle that I was going to call a groin shot, but Duran didn't wince and the referee didn't do anything about it, so guess I was off a little bit.
Shorts were lower.
And then in this 185-pound division with the 4-ounce gloves, you can just hear those body shots thudding and reverberating throughout the Grizzly Rose here. Good job with the knee up the middle by Duran. Nice timing on that. Kind of had his opponent stretched out, and that's when those knees will hurt the worst, and when those abdominals are stretched and you're not able to get a good tightening of them. And the oft underutilized punches to the thigh. Good job on the turn by Taylor. Nice job with his footwork while he was using his hands to duck under. Get that arm raised so he could duck under.
Duran doing a nice job of turning himself off the cage, though, and they've had a little bit of a turning war, each of them turning the other and posting against the cage, but Taylor doing a nice job of kind of controlling Duran more so by pinning him against that cage, JR.
And Gabe Charbonneau, the coach in the corner of Duran, could hear him saying, just relax, relax, until he got the head position. Now he wants him to squeeze.
Duran looking to get a standing guillotine, but Taylor doing a nice job of hanging in there and throwing body shots as Duran's got him locked his head up against the cage. But here come the knees and body shots from Taylor.
And Duran, being the shorter fighter, makes it harder to get that standing guillotine. Basically, Taylor can just help himself stand upright, and that alleviates about 70% of the danger of that choke. And there's the 10-second clacker. We're doing 3-minute rounds now as opposed to 2, and that's going to take us into the second round. And some big deep breaths out of the corners of both fighters, and Duran stepping forward to the center of the cage, showing he's willing to engage.
Taylor doing a nice job of getting Duran right back against that cage like he left him in the first round.
Yeah, they were battling for a takedown at the end of the first round. That was only about the last 10 seconds of the fight. It looked like either one of them had any thoughts of trying to put it to the mat.
I'm surprised neither of these guys has been looking for a takedown.
Yeah, they're both doing a really good job with their hip positioning. It's a case of neither one really presenting an opening to the other. If somebody wants a takedown here, they're going to have to create the situation.
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting BrandonTaylor to drop a level and finish a takedown while he's got Duran against the cage. Or at least attempt it.
Yeah, see if maybe that's something his coach talked to him about between rounds. And Taylor, second time this round, just bull rushed his opponent into the cage. Oh, good shots there.
Taylor's got to get out of that position because he's able to execute an offense when he's not tucked under Duran. And for Duran, Duran's doing a nice job of throwing those knees as he's pinned up against the cage, but it's definitely not enough.
And Duran now looping over the top, looking to set up the guillotine, pretty immediately being aware of it as Taylor. And Duran getting a fairly good hand position here, not exactly what he wants, but he has to let it go. And Taylor looking to clear the elbow, does so, and stands back up where he can enjoy that height advantage a little bit. Corner of Taylor calling for big knees, and they want him to go to the body and the legs.
Duran's got to get himself off this cage, keep this fight in the center.
Yeah, Taylor's starting to establish a pattern here of being able to hold Duran against the cage. Wasn't able to do it early in the fight. There was turns back and forth, but now Taylor's starting to establish a position.
He's really able to control Duran by keeping him pinned against his cage. And Duran just looking for that standing choke, really, more so than anything else. And I'm surprised that he's not getting off the cage.
I was just going to say, more so than even trying to improve his position. And finally, as the 10-second clacker sounds, Duran able to get a turn. Looked like he was going to hunt for a takedown, but the bell's going to take us into the third. And one more time, Duran steps right to the center of the cage, ready to go. This time the referee, Curtis Thrasher, ushers him back to his corner. And a touch of gloves.
And what a welt under the eye, under Duran's right eye. Swollen purple, mouse. I don't even know what that was from.
I don't either, but you're right. It's very pronounced, Ron.
I wonder if it was a clash of heads as they were pummeling for position against the cage.
Very well could be.
Oh!
Good job taking the back there, and that's under the chin, Ron. I think he might close this off.
Duran fighting it off, doing a nice job of fighting it off, but he got stung with a left-right combination and is now giving up his back to BrandonTaylor, who's looking to finish this with a choke.
Good job with the 2-on-1 hand position by Duran. speaks well to his coaching. He did not panic there. He was in a deep bit of trouble.
He was. Kudos to him for fighting out.
And Duran working to turn in here. Taylor doing a good job scooting his hips with Duran as Duran tries to make the adjustment. And getting stretched out now.
Whenever you see those arms go wide, that's a bad spot.
Looking to make the adjustment as Taylor has both hooks in.
I'm wondering if Taylor's looking to, he's looking to get that arm underneath the chin, but I almost thought he was looking for a neck crank as well, and he's just delivering some hard shots right here.
Duran tried to roll through and shake him off, but they both went through. Great job with the ride by Taylor. That gave him a chance to go under the chin, but one more time, it's the 2-on-1 wrist control by Duran. Wow, the PWIA, the Pueblo fighter, just really doing a beautiful job with his defense here.
Refusing to give up. I love seeing that. Love it.
Continuing to try to work to turn in is Duran. Taylor, good work with his hooks, but he's about to lose position here, and it's a scramble. Good job by Duran, turning the tides.
Great sweep by William Duran. Staying in this fight. Really fighting through some good, tough chokes and getting himself turned around here to start delivering some punishment from the top position here in this third and final round.
Yeah, Duran needs to try to create some space here, get a little posture going on, start working that ground and pound.
Needs that offense right now. He's got to start and go right now.
Yeah, the clock is the enemy for Duran right now.
Yep, and absolutely so as the 10-second clacker clacks.
Great, exciting finish to this fight.
A minute late and $1 short.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 30-27. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, BrandonTaylor. Shot in the cage with Brandon. Brandon, take me through that fight. All the judges liked it a lot. I'm sure you wanted to get a finish there, though, too.
Yeah, I wanted to get the finish. I just wanted to do it a little earlier, but adjusting to the new weight, getting into it, the new corner was a little bit different. I was expecting to be on the cage as long, so I warmed up pretty well.
Endurance worked out well for you, though. It looked like you never were too tired in that fight.
No, I wasn't too tired. I mean, by the third round, I wasn't too exhausted. But once I ended that combo and took him down, so I'm pretty impressed with myself.
What's up next, staying at this weight class?
I'm going to stay in the weight class, plus coming down, but we're going to see where it goes from coach to state and take the next fight that comes available. So thank you to my coaches and my team for getting me ready, the gyms that I went to train with, thank you to my friends and family. Your love and support is the best. Thanks to my girlfriend. She put up with a lot with me, so it worked out.
Congratulations on the victory. Good up once again for your winner, BrandonTaylor.